this video is for our 2nd through 4th grade leaders, and this week is going to be different. You guys are going to have a lot of new small group leaders amongst you, especially for our 2nd graders. And 2nd graders will actually have their very own room, and 3rd and 4th graders will be the only kids in the purple room. So everything you guys need for this week is in your blue bin. So we have brand new parent cues. These new parent cues are going to go home weekly. So that means there's a different one each week. So even if the kid has been here before the month or not been here, every kid will get a parent cue every single week. So this first week, our life app for the month is respect, showing others they're important by what you say and do. And our Bible story this week is about the faith of the Roman commander. And our bottom line is show respect to God because he's in charge of everything. So every kid gets one of those, and then every kid this week will also get a memory verse magnet. And here's our memory verse for the month. It's short and sweet. Show proper respect and you bow forward to everyone and expand both arms out to the side. 1 Peter 2:17. So everybody gets one of those this week. And then going to our activities, here's what we've got going on for our 2nd through 4th graders. So just make sure that you're here at 8:30 and 10:30, especially this week. It's going to be a very interesting week as we have a lot of new classrooms opening up, so just please make sure that you're here on time so that kids know where to go for their small group leaders. And then if you're new to the 2nd through 4th grade, they do snack at the very beginning, so we'll pass out snack and ask kids about their week, get to know their names, and then here's some icebreakers that you can use to help facilitate discussion. So what are some ways you would show someone that they're important, who's someone you respect, and why do you respect them? And then your intro activity is called At the Helm. So you guys are going to have a bunch of foil in your carts. And you and the kids, so you want to make one too, are all going to make a helmet using the foil. So while kids are working on their helmet, just use these questions below to kind of facilitate some conversation. So you're going to say, so guys, what are some situations where you would need to wear a helmet? And can you think of jobs that would require people to wear a helmet? And what do you think a helmet has to do with our story today? And just kind of let them guess on all of those. And so then you're going to say, wow, you guys made some great helmets. And we're going to use our helmets after large group today. So leave your helmet in here. And we're going to head to large group to hear about a story of a Roman commander. And we're going to hear why this story is important to us. So large group this week, we are going to try to be in the Kids Stuff Theater. It is a lofty goal. So we're really just going to have to play it by ear to see what is going to happen for large group. Especially since we have our volunteer breakfast and lead small mini conference in the community auditorium during first service. So after large group, you're going to play a review activity called Forward March. And what you're going to have the kids do is all line up on the far side of the room. And even in the 3rd and 4th grade room, I would just have them all do this together. And you're going to explain that as you review the story today, you're going to play the part of the Roman commander. And the kids are going to be the soldiers, so they can wear their helmets during this part. And their goal is to be the first one to make it where you are, and it's kind of like red light, green light, the game. But the only way they can move forward is if you say forward march, and then they're going to march slowly forward. So you might have to demonstrate what that looks like. And they can take big marching steps, but they can't march at more than a regular walking pace. And if anybody has a Roman costume that they want to wear, please feel free to wear it. But definitely wear your helmets. And then you're just going to say, so and these are like just, you're going to review the story. And as you review the story, you're going to tell them forward march. So you're just going to kind of like follow this little layout here that they've got for you going on. And then just as you wrap it up, you're going to say, so guys, the commander in our story knew his soldiers and knew that his soldiers respected him. So when he told his soldiers to do something, they listened and they did what they were told. And when he said forward march, his soldiers responded by marching forward. And when he told them to halt, they stopped. But like the Roman commander also knew, that God deserved more respect than anyone. And you, just like the Roman commander, should show respect to God because he's in charge of everything. God's in charge of the earth and the stars and the wind in our lives. He's in charge of everything. So when we respect God, our actions and words show others how important he is. So then for the memory verse review, use your Bibles, help the kids look up their memory verse for the first week, and then you're going to give each kid one of these cube templates. All right. So have them write their name on the back before they cut it out, and then they're going to cut it out and fold it, and you'll have tape on each of your carts, and they're going to tape it up into a cube. And just make sure that you have 12 cubes total. So if you have fewer than 12 kids in your small group, just make some extra cubes while kids are putting theirs together. And then you're going to divide your group into 2 teams, and each team is going to need 6 cubes. So in the teams, kids are going to take turns rolling all of the cubes until they get the first word of the memory verse. And then whichever cube lands on the first word, you're going to take that out and set it aside. And then you're going to roll the other 5 cubes until you get a second word of the memory verse. And then you're going to take that cube out and set it to the side. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get to the last cube, and the last cube says 2 Peter 2:17. So you're going to want to keep these cubes. Kids are not going to take them home this week. But if you have a kid that knows they're not going to be here next week, then they can take their cube home to practice. So you're just going to say, so guys, let's say this verse together, and you're going to say it together. And who should we show respect to? Does that mean that you should respect your friends and your family? And what about just random people at the grocery store or somebody you're never going to see again? What about the kid that drives you nuts in your class because they talk all the time? Surely everybody doesn't include people that you find annoying, right? So are you saying that everyone means everyone? And since God made everyone in his image and he loves everyone, it makes sense that he would want you to respect everyone. And sometimes it's going to be hard to respect everyone, but you should want to show respect to everyone so that everyone can see how important God is, because God created everyone and everything. And when you remember to show respect to God because he's in charge of everything, you'll want to show respect to everyone. So then as you pray, just gather kids to sit in a circle with you. And you're just going to close out by saying this. So we should show respect to God because he's in charge of everything. And one way to show him respect is just to thank him. So you can thank him for the earth and everything in it. You can thank him for people or for the gifts. The list of what you could thank God for is unlimited. So another way to respect God is just to talk with him and share with him about our lives and talk to him about how you're feeling. And he loves you and he wants to hear from you. So then you're just going to close out in prayer. And as adults come, have the kids tell parents that we're learning about respect this month. And because we have fewer kids in our rooms, we're actually going to invite parents to come to your small group and pick up their child from your small group. So you're going to want to greet the parent, introduce yourself, give the parent the memory verse card and the parent cue if you'd like, or you can have the kids give it to them. Talk to the parents about what we're learning about this week, and we really want to try to start interacting with our parents that are coming. So guys, there are lots of huge changes happening this week in Oak Ridge Kids. It's a very exciting time. You guys are set for small group leaders for 2nd through 4th grade, but just keep praying that we get leaders for kindergarten and 1st grade. And just in general, throughout Oak Ridge Kids, just be praying for leaders and kids that are going to start coming. It's very exciting. So thank you guys so much for serving, and I'll see you on Sunday.